Hello, everyone. My name is Kayvon. Along with my colleague Neuro, we're going to be talking about the search tools that are offered by Neuro. Here's a list of available search tools for Neuro, and we're going to be going over each of them one by one. So Anthropic Search is a built-in web search system used by cloud and allows the model to access fresh real-time information from the internet. It's not a standalone product like Google or Bing, and it combines basically multiple web search APIs to generate its results. For example, it might use Brave Search. In order to use it, you have to get an API key by visiting Cloud Castle, and you set an environment variable called Anthropic API key to that value. And you also have to have LangChain Anthropic installed in your virtual environment. Brave Search, it's an independent, privacy-focused search engine. So that's very important. It doesn't profile users, does not collect or store personal data or track activity. It has its own web index, similar to Google or Bing, and you need to get an API key from this URL, and you have to set the Brave API key environment variable to that API key that you got from there. You could potentially override the Brave URL, which is the search URL. That's helpful, for example, when you want to switch from Brave to DDGS for testing or whatever purpose. Next one is Duck's Distributed Global Search, DDGS. It's a Python open source library, acts as a meta search tool. It aggregates and ranks search results from various search engines like Google and Brave. It was originally called DuckDuckGo, but it's been renamed to support a variety of search backends, not just DuckDuckGo. It doesn't require an API key. Even though you're searching Brave or Google, that's because DDGS scrapes public search results and avoids the API endpoints, official API endpoints that require keys. Google Custom Search Engine is another, it's a Google Search API. It's a service from Google that lets you create your own search engine and search only specific sites. So you need to do first create a custom search engine. You go to this URL and you click add, and you choose the sites that you want to search, or star if you want to search the whole web. Make a note of your search engine ID, and then you also have to get a Google API key by going to the website listed. And you need to set two environment variables, the search engine ID to CSC ID, and the Google API key to Google Search API key environment variable.
Okay, so the next one is called Google Serper. Don't get confused with Google Search. It's not. It's a third-party Google Search API service that kind of gives developer a programmatic way to access to Google Search results. It exists because Google does not provide an official full web search API. So scraping Google itself is it's quite difficult and blocked. So Google Serper doing it for you and return a clean structured result for you. So to use this one, you need to get an API key from serper.dev and then set that key to Serper API key environment variable. So you can also use the OpenAI search. This is the built-in web search used by ChatGPT. It's not a standalone search like Google or Bing, it's also not the public search API. So it's an internal retrieval system that allows ChatGPT to search the web, get information from internet for you. So we don't really know what underlying search engine it uses, but to use it, you merely need the OpenAI API key and set it as the environment variable. The last one is Tavily Search. It's a search that designed specifically for LLM and AI agents. So it's not a traditional search like Google or Bing. So it's basically built for fast, cheap, and reliable LLM-friendly search. It's one of the most popular search solutions for the AI system. It's used in LangChain and Llama Index. To use this one, you need to get an API key from Tavily.com and then set it as the Tavily API key environment variable. You also need to install the LangChain Tavily in your virtual environment. Now, to summarize and compare all the search we talked about, So which search tool is the best for you? It depends on your use case. So whether or not do you need to have to be its own search engine or not, or it's okay to scrape off some other search engine? Do you need this to be data source or index? Or do you need this to be public API? Among all this, the one that stands out is Brave, because it has its own search engine. It also has the public API. One major important factor is the cost, which we can see from this table that, okay, the only one that you don't need the key is the DDGS. The other one, you also have the free tier to do. You can use it to test, but it's depend on how much you need to do, right? Like Google search has only 100 search per day. The Tavily you have 1,000 per month, and each of these to have its own paid tier. Like also depend on your use case, how much you will spend on this, how much you want to use it. And this concludes the comparison of our search tool.
Yes, thank you very much. And if you have any questions about the search tools and NeuroSam, please contact our support email, and we would be glad to provide you any help.